So here's a question from Chris Hersey. He says, with new unemployment, so Monday, August 31st, what goals should we look to accomplish or expect in a new career for balancing happiness, specifically with the 5 Fs?
I could read some for that, and I have some right here. And I think happiness, you find happiness, and I don't think that when you start looking for happiness elsewhere, and I'm not an expert on happiness, but when you look for it elsewhere, it's hard to find. But I have this written down. If you lack confidence and happiness in private, you won't have any power in public. You won't have any peace in public. If you're a failure in private, it's not them, it's you. Because you think about it, there's no one there but you. So you impose that, you inflict up on yourself. And you have to really believe that. I think your happiness comes from within. Even in relationships, you seek relationship for happiness, then you're not going to be consistently happy because you're seeking something that you have to find that within. I think that's very important to have inner peace to move forward.
You think sometimes when you in our minds, we can say, when this thing happens, right, I'll be happy, or when that thing happens, and it never changes, right?
I think it's important to recognize that, especially in times like this where there's such high unemployment, and not everything is going to be in balance all the time. You may have to take a job that you don't want to take, or that doesn't give you that satisfaction that you wish it did in the short term. And then maybe you're able to fill your fitness bucket or your family bucket or whatever it happens to be. And I don't want to be all Pollyanna and sunshine and happy and say, oh my gosh, you should, wait and get whatever you can get, or, you should have these categories or these criterion and you should only, adhere to them. Things are tough right now. And, we all may have to make choices that we wish we didn't have to make or don't want to make or uncomfortable making. And I think that's why, it's not one F, right? I think there's all of these other pieces that combine to make you a whole person, no matter how many Fs or whatever letters you have. And so I think recognizing that not everything is going to be perfectly in balance all the time.
Yeah. And I would say, just piggyback on that, I think when you talk about those 5 different Fs, you're absolutely right. So 1 could be a 10 on a scale 1 to 10, 1's a 1, 1's a 3, 1's a 7, right? And so I think that's important. I call it strategic think time. My black journal, it's with me everywhere I go. It is constantly spending time thinking about where you're at in life, right? So the more I can journal, the more I can write down, and then I can check in with myself, right? How is my faith life going right now? Well, you look at March and April, all these times, well, I'm not even able to go to church, right? So my bucket might have been a 2 or a 3. Well, I got to get to work on that. And if you slow down to speed up and you spend time with the journal, you spend time with your mind. I know, Cuonzo, you've talked in the past, that 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock in the morning time frame where phones aren't coming in, the texts aren't coming, phone calls aren't coming. If I can slow down and spend time, and I would challenge people to grade yourself on your faith, on your family life, on your work life, right? Firm for me, on your fitness, and on your fun bucket, which we're going to end with, is how are you doing? Scale yourself 1 through 10. What's it look like? And then what do you got to do to get better? What do you got to stop doing? What do you got to start doing? And what do you got to continue to do? Start, stop, continue. And if you can do those 3 things, I think you're going to find that life's going the direction that you need it to go.